Hello everyone, my name is Zabi. Today I am going to teach class 11th English, book snapshots. Chapter 3 Ranga's Marriage. This is written by Musti Venkatesh Iyengar. Students, those who did not subscribe our YouTube channel, please subscribe and press bell icon for the notifications. Students, first of all I will tell you the introduction of the story Ranga's Marriage. Ranga's Marriage is a humorous narration written by Musti Venkatesh Iyengar. The plot is set in the village of Hoshahalli. Ranga, the accountant's son, came back to the village after completing his studies in the city of Bangalore. Impressed by his values, the narrator tries to play matchmaker and gets him married to Ratna. Actually, Ranga's marriage is an interesting story of how a person manipulates. The meaning of manipulates over here to control or influence someone. So, to get a young boy married to an 11-year-old girl in a village. The theme of the story. The theme of the story Ranga's Marriage is a conflict between traditional thought and modern thought. And it is shown in the form of acceptance of arranged marriage. Arranged marriage is old fashioned and Ranga strongly believed in this. Characters. Students, Shama was the first character. Shama is the narrator. Lives in Hoshahalli village. Shama is the narrator of the story and central character. He is an old and experienced man who has more faith in the traditional belief than Ranga's modern notions. He manipulates Ranga in such a manner that he ends up marrying Ratna. Next character, Ranga, son of the village accountant, went to Bangalore for studies. He was well educated and well mannered boy. He was traditional, quite different from other boys of his age. He was very generous. Next character, Ratna. Ratna is a girl of 11, Rama Rao's niece. She was just 11-year-old. She lived in a big town and had come to live at his uncle's home in a Hoshahalli village. After her parents' death, she was quite pretty and had many colleges. Next character, Shastri, a village astrologer. Shastri plays a vital role in arranging Ranga's marriage with Ratna. He tells Ranga that his liking for a girl whose name looked like something found in an ocean. He is able to convince Ranga that he would be able to marry that girl. Now, students, I will tell you summary. Don't go through the text. Only listen the summary very carefully. First of all, I will tell you about the village of Hoshahalli. The narrator lived in a village of Hoshahalli known as Shyama. The narrator jokes that nobody had heard of it because there was no mention of the village in the maps. Even it is shown, its own people forget about it. Still, he speaks very highly of the place. According to him, it was a gem of the state of Mysore. It was famous for its sour mangoes. Just as the mango was special, so was everything found in the village. Now, Ranga's homecoming was a great event. Actually, when Ranga returns, a big crowd went to greet him. The narrator rushed to see him. Everyone was surprised to see Ranga had not changed. He came out with a smile on his face. He still followed the rituals of his caste. Ranga noticed the narrator and respectfully touched his feet. Now narrator decides to get him married because Ranga was very respectful. The narrator thought that such a fine and generous fellow should settle down and get married. He inquired about his plan and to get married. Ranga said that he couldn't, said that he didn't want to get married soon. He was searching for a right girl who was mature enough and wanted to marry a girl he admired. Now, a pretty girl of 11 who had come to stay with him after parents died. He was from a big town. This girl was Ramarao's niece, Ratna. So she knew how to play the veena and the harmonium. She also had a sweet voice. Now the narrator starts playing matchmaker. Ratna knew Shyama as he was a frequent visitor to Ramarao's place. Ratna came to the narrator's house. He requested her to sing a song. Meanwhile, he sent for Ranga. Ranga came and stopped at threshold. He didn't want the singing to stop, but he was curious about the singer, and he enchanted by her and kept glancing at her. After a while, he asked about Ratna. The narrator quite cunningly told him that he was married. Ranga was extremely disappointed to hear this. Next morning, the narrator went to the Sastri and tutored him about his plan. Now, narrator's plan. The narrator almost failed his own plan to say that he had already met Sastri that very morning, but Sastri saved his skin. The narrator told Sastri that something was worrying poor Ranga, that they sought his help. After making a calculation, the Sastri said that it was about a girl. Then he said that the girl name was Ratna. Shyama's plan was bearing fruit. There was some surprise on Ranga's face, even some happiness on the return. Shyama went to Ramarao's house and informed Ranga that Ratna wasn't actually married, and he asked about his feeling for her. Ranga admitted that he liked Ratna. They got married and named their son after the narrator. Now, students, few questions are there. Listen the answers very carefully so that you can get the answer very easily. First question is, what kind of a person do you think the narrator is? As I already told you, according to the story, narrator is a very simple and kind-hearted person. He seemed to have a lot of admiration for his village and known the smallest tidbits about his village. Next question: how does the narrator describe the Hosali village? Actually, the narrator is filled with surprise, with praise for his village, even though the Sahibs in England missed the mention it on the map. Yet the village had an importance in the state of Mysore. It was famous for sour mangoes. He has admiration for the place and speaks glowingly of it. To him, it is the gem of the state of Mysore. Now, next question: how can you say that Ranga still followed his rituals and traditions? Actually, when Ranga comes from Bangalore, the people comes to see him. At that time, he might have were thinking that he might have forgotten his caste and culture. But when they rushed to see him, an old lady came and ran her hand over his chest and found the sacred thread, the Genevra, which made her satisfied that he had not given up his caste. After that, when the narrator came to him, he went low to touch his feet and did namaskara. These incidents prove that Ranga still followed his rituals and traditions. Now, next question: why did Sema decide to get Ranga married to Ratna? Actually, answer of this question: when he had come from Bangalore after learning English and even then held on in his custom and rituals, he respected his elders. The narrator was impressed by this quality and decided to get him married to Ratna, a pretty girl with a sweet voice who was an orphan. Next question: what was Ranga's view about marriage? Students, Ranga thought that he should marry a girl who would be mature enough to understand him. He was searching for a right girl and didn't want to marry a girl who was too young or one he couldn't admire. He decided to remain a bachelor if he could not find the right girl. Now, next question: Shyama played an important role in Ranga's marriage. How? Here it is told that Shyama played an important role in the Ranga's marriage. Actually, everything was done by Shyama. So Shyama decided to get Ranga married. He thought that he would make a nice husband. According to him, Ratna was a suitable girl for him. He lied to Ranga that she was already married. He tutored to Shastri well, so he could learn about Ranga's feeling for Ratna. When Ranga admitted that he really liked Ratna, he got then married. Thank you, students.